Hello everyone. Today we're gonna be reviewing my college essay that I wrote at the end of last year. And it should give a pretty good description of who I am.
The title, What Will I Pray For? Written March 6, 2025. Growing up in a conservative Jewish household, my parents gave me a lot of my basis and my beliefs. Now I ask myself the question, what is the way and the light? As everywhere I look, I see Christians, Muslims, Buddhists, and Hindus, and of course Jews. I'm a born Jew. My mother has it in her blood, and my father has Levite blood in his. When I was younger, we were in an Orthodox community in Amarillo. The congregation was small, maybe 25-ish families, and yet at about the age of 7-ish, I remember every detail of that place, down to the smell of the carpet in the back rooms, to the painting of the Mashikha, and even when it was Yom Kippur, and they were doing their baptisms, they taught me how to worship, how to welcome in the Sabbath, and even how to pray before sleep. The Shema, being Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Hashem Makso Olam V'Yetzamin. Then you'd be like, Lalatov. But most importantly, they taught me my purpose in this world, to be a lamplighter of the nations. And now as a young man,
I get questioned in my choices of beliefs every day. And it does the obvious thing of make me question why I believe it. Rather, it's a girl at work named Lily screeching, "You don't believe in Jesus?" As it's the default that everyone should be. So naturally, I learned all that I should learn from a Jew in the first century. Jesus. And as I learned of Jesus' teachings and I learned Kabbalah, my father and my family chilled out on the heavy Judaism and moved to a more day-to-day approach to God. Just be better, follow his commandments, and eat kosher. Of course, sanctify the Sabbath is one of the commandments. This at first angered me, whenever I was younger. Since my younger brother still appreciates God just as much as I do, but yet my little sister is the same age I was whenever I learned my mission, doesn't fear God. And all this combined gave me a short period of agnosticism where I lost what I was supposed to do, what I was supposed to be. I tried to drown myself in drugs, women. I hurt people, and it accumulated with me sitting in a jail cell for an action someone else did. Sitting there, I was given a pocket King James Version Bible, KJV. Well, definitely the worst thing to happen to Christianity. Look at you, Mr. Government Line. It gave me what I needed, and that was Psalm 17, which by Jewish tradition, as a 16-year-old, would be my psalm to learn for the year. I read it every chance I could over and over again. I cried, weeping to God. Side note, I also did a whole bunch of push-ups in between reading the Psalms. And crying like a bitch. But it is what it is. Something I hadn't done in around a year at that point was cry towards God. Then I felt it again. The light, it elevated my very atoms. Then my charges were dropped and I walked free. That's why I came to my decision to do what I know God has called me to do. Since I was a little boy. Being one that walks in the light of God as Elijah had. As Yeshua had. Honestly, whenever I wrote this, I should have done like Eliyahu instead of Elijah, and because I did it for Yeshua. And as, of course, Melchizedek, or Melchizedek had, sorry, that's like one of the hardest names in the Bible to pronounce. But through this decision, he's given me many opportunities and blessings. He has given me the ability to read people previously only available to me through extra means. You know what I'm talking about. And who do I pray towards? That's the question. The very nature of being, the name, the creator, the one God, Lord of the universe, and my Father in heaven. YHWH, whose name shall never be spoken out loud, so much so that that's the reason for the third commandment. Thou shalt not use the Lord's name in vain. Now every day as a result, I'm tested even harder. I face constant anti-Semitism online, as my people are blamed for every little event. And then in quotations, I put this: my people are not the Israeli government. Netanyahu doesn't sanctify the Sabbath. He doesn't eat kosher. And he doesn't wear his yarmulke. And I'm pressured by everyday people on why I don't eat pork. And that's just another point for me to know the truth through. Or truth, though, as the world hates it. I got an A- on that. Because I poured my heart out. Miss Sheets, known for her extreme grading, give me an A-. That's like a 92, right? Pretty banger.
Anyways, to conclude this,
in order to come back to God, you must first fall away. In order to fall away, God must let you. Boom. Alright, adios, twin.